Holy smokes. Okay, folks, I lost the stream. So everybody's probably still on the old video. I'll let you know. Hey, guys, sorry, I don't know what happened to the internet there. Something went out. Yeah, it got out. So, oh, okay, so people, oh, good. Yeah, finally, guys are. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the internet, folks. The internet went out there for a second, but that's live TV, I guess. But thank you guys for coming back. Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. So I don't even know where was I. Where did I freeze? What was I talking about? Hey guys, sorry about that. So what I did, the internet here, the hangar failed. I'm actually running the internet off my phone, which is kind of crazy. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming back. I'm back. I'm live. Hello, everybody's coming in, flooding in the room. Thank you. There you go. Hello, Ian from England. Hello, guys. Thank you guys for coming up. The gamer guys asking, why do you guys have a curtain over your hangar door? And that is basically to keep the heat in. The hangar was built in the 70s, and the doors aren't as efficient as modern doors. So instead of spending, a couple $1 million to actually put all brand new doors in, we throw these tarps, and it just keeps the draft out. And actually, it doesn't. It's kind of strange. It wouldn't really affect the overall temperature, but it cuts the draft, which kind of makes it warmer. And it's night and day difference for the mechanics, which is really, when your airplane's in a hangar, it's not really for the airplanes, for the mechanics. So you got to keep the mechanics happy, and that's all good. Whoo-wee. So guys, yeah, I know the phone internet is a lot better, but yeah, it's a little bit crazy. Oh. Hey guys, so thank you guys for coming over to the new stream. I don't know how this is going to work with the analytics and everything. I seen some super chats were coming in, some donations. So I want to apologize to anybody that sent super chats in the last stream. Yeah, it's it kind of got erased, but okay. Oh, hey, David Jones, Mr. David Jones, thank you for the super chat. Why am I wearing headphones? That's a good question. I get all the notifications from from my phone and everything like that, so you guys don't hear the beeping and buzzing and stuff like that, because like doing this show, PlaneSavers, and then doing the Buffalo stuff, I get hundreds and hundreds of messages a day, like insane. So the headphones, I got all the garbage noise in here, so I can deal with it, and you guys don't have to hear beeping. Like my phone, like on the other stream, my phone was going off like every few seconds. So okay, so thank you, David. No, but the real reason, I thought the headphones look really good. But yeah. Thank you, Oshi1. Thank you, Oshi1. Thank you for the donation and $10, probably on the super chat that we left. Thank you. Oh, Kenny. Thank you, Kenny Hammond, for being in the chat and helping us out. Hello, Gavin in Scotland. Yeah, to Sergeant Stones saying, use that internet. It's much better on my end. And probably, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to bite the bullet and use the phone internet. I think it's a lot better for you guys. And yeah, so it's all good. So I'd like to, is there anything, any more questions anybody wants to ask? I'm live. Juno saying hi from Abbotsford, BC. Hi, Juno. Kenneth Schofield is asking, hi, Mikey. Who might be the first to fly DTD? That's a good question. So when we fly DTD June 6th, if everything goes well, and if the internet doesn't crap out, I'll probably be doing a live stream there too. But anybody that wants to join will be there. My father will be flying, of course, as captain. Co-pilot, we don't know yet. I explained this in another couple videos ago, but I will make a list of co-pilots that I believe. I'll make a recommendation, like probably like a hockey team, like a general manager, say these are the players I would like, but I'd have to leave it up to the coach to say, okay, these are the players that we're going to hire, and all that fun stuff. So, okay. Our buddy Grim Reaper saying there's only 6 people left on the other stream. So thank you, Grim, for or Mr. Reaper for going over there. And Kenneth, thank you. I answered. Thank you for your good question. David Jones, thank you for the super chat. What does it cost to fill up a DC3? How much avgas a gallon? That's a good question. What is a DC3? Usually take about 3,000 liters. And depending where you are, yeah, actually Yellowknife has, I'm not supposed to actually say the fuel prices because it's a contract from Shell and Buffalo Airways, but I can give you a rough estimate here. Fill up a DC3 that like you're probably going to be looking around call it on the high end, about $5,000 Canadian to fill up a DC3 operationally. Not like because you're not going to fill it up all the way. You're going to because you're going to have to haul something, and sometimes you actually haul more fuel, meaning we take drums of fuel with us. So it's quite funny. Holy smokes! Here we got a super chat. Navi G $150. Thank you. No question, just some small donation for the data plates. Cheers. Ronaldo. Is that the Ronaldo? Ronaldo. Oh my God. Is that the Ronaldo? I'm going to move my screen here. I don't know if we can see this, but where is it? There it is. There it is, folks. You see it up there. There's the machine. So there we go. Whew. And I gotta thank Cliff. Cliff, I know you're in there somewhere. Thank you so much for this computer. That's why you're in the Hall of Fame here, forever immortalized on here. Thank you for this wicked computer. None of this, what I'm doing right now, would be possible. Would not be possible unless for you. Don Abbott, $20.99. Thank you. I love these live chats. Don, me too. You know what? Because Saturdays, as you guys know, you guys are the hardcores. I do something special, kind of an episode that doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying that every PlaneSavers episode makes sense, but the Saturday ones are something I try to do a little bit different. The key thing, not very many people notice this, but the Saturday episode with the pictures and stuff that Benoit's birthday, of course, I was practicing different editing techniques, and there's one really technique that I love. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to say that it's February 24th, 2019, and this is episode 54 and a half of PlaneSavers. There you go. I forgot. I absolutely forgot. So I got to add this to the collection here. Whew. There we go. So look, here's all the ones here. So look at this. I kind of cheaped out. That was like really crappy. Like look at the guy. Look at his arm. Like this doesn't even make sense. Like I didn't even put any color pants. I guess that's me wearing like complete white pants that match my shoes perfectly, so there's no line. But yeah, so we got Aviation Day. We got to the Harvard, which was cool. I like doing that one. That was pretty neat. This is the AvSpec in New Zealand. That was very fun. The Avro Aero, which was great. We got our boy there from the UK talking about this airplane that him and his father is an engineer on. That's how he spent Christmas. Dan Jones telling us about the wings, a P40, I think just for no reason, but a P40. DC3, that was, I think, the Super 8. The T33, I think the Canadian T133 in Canada. And then the Valentine's Day episode, we got the Dornier, and then just random things. So there you go. There's a quick tour of that. So let me know in the chat which one was your favorite. Oh, we got Elf, DRC. Mikey, best of luck with your DC3 project. Please give a shout out to my buddy who got me hooked on PlaneSavers, Super Dave from Maribel, Minnesota. The dollar amount is $124 plus $19.45. Well, thank you. Oh, thank you. So a huge shout out to Super Dave from Maribel, Minnesota. Thank you very much, Super Dave. There's a few Super Daves. If you guys watched what was that TV show called, Air Show, here in Canada? Super Dave. Flight Chops. Hey, Flight Chops is in the chat. Hello, thanks, Flight Chops. What do you love what you're doing? The tendency and consistency is inspiring. Thank you, Flight Chop. I watched your video last night, the blog. So, of course, I don't need to tell any of the PlaneSavers to go watch Flight Chops. I know you guys are all Flight Chops fans already. I love the vlog style you did on the last episode with the dog and stuff like that, and very, very good. Yeah, no, it almost makes me Flight Chops. You know what I should do? I want to take that course. Can you send and like a line or something, and then I just want to do one, basic 0% knowledge. So anybody that's aspiring pilot or wants to relive if they're I know a lot of you guys are old school pilots. If you guys want to remember how it was back in the day, check out Flight Chops thing there. Flight Chops, again, I'm not making this up. When I met you at the Copa convention in Kelowna and you told me that you were a YouTuber and I really didn't know what that meant, led me to being here doing all this stuff. So you might lead me to flying an airplane, so you never know. I got a message there the other day that it was like, why doesn't Mikey have a pilot's license? There's only one of the reasons was I must be a drug addict. So definitely not a drug addict. Unless the drug is The Simpsons. So, in fact, I've only, even since what we had episode 54, I've only probably had maybe 5 or 6 beers in 54 episodes. So, if anything, you guys are making me more of a normal human being. Robert Lingston, thank you, Robert. Will Buffalo sell the DC fleet now that they are not used? How much would they cost? Flight Chops is sending me a test. Thank you, Flight Chops. So the DC4 fleets for sale, because there's like 13 DC4s, one in Florida. There's one here, a parts one here. B&V is in Red Deer. Then you go on Google Earth. Here, if anybody wants to know where the DC4s are, go on Google Earth, type in Hay River, Northwest Territories, and you can see them. Like Hay River's my hometown. It's as big as a shopping center in a big city. So you could actually go there and count all the DC4s. One question I always get is why the DC4s are sitting on their tail. It's because the engines cause the center of gravity. If no engines, so if you have engines, okay, say my finger's an engine, the center of gravity is over here above the main wheels, because remember it's tricycle gear. So with no engines, the center of gravity goes back here. So it can stand there for a bit, but it's just like a teeter-totter. A little bit of water, a little bit of snow, anything, and it goes on its tail. And it doesn't do very much damage. Actually, the biggest damage is trees grow through the elevators, but the elevators all need to be replaced anyway because they're fabric. Anyway, hopefully that made any sense. How's everything going? Is it Michael's asking, is this moonshine? I wish. No, this was I realize this is how much water it takes me to talk for an hour, because you guys really get me going. So wish it was moonshine. Oh, did I miss a whole bunch of the chat? Oh yeah, David Jones, thank you. Why not turbinize a DC4? that's a big question. Matt Man Canada, thank you, Matt Man, for the $10. Very cool. David, why wouldn't you turbinize a DC4? Is strictly scale, and if anyone knows, like, just the simple business thing of scale, like if Nike wants to make one sneaker, it's going to cost them $1 million with R&D, all the overhead, everything like that. The one sneaker is $1 million. You got a tooling, you got to do all that fun stuff. But so if you make a sneaker for $1 million, you got to make 1 million sneakers for $1 each to offset that cost. You kind of see where I'm going with my thinking here. To turbinize one DC4, you're going to be looking at, throw a number out there, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million, 50 million. What is it going to cost? You're going to have to turbinize another one, bring that cost down. But there's still the cost of the airplane. So look at Basler. I love Basler. They're a great company, huge supporter of PlaneSavers, huge. They've donated parts and pieces. I love Basler. But how much airplanes they're at? They're at 100 Baslers right now, probably pretty close. At least getting close to 100. Now their original R&D costs are being amortized over a lot of airplanes, and it's becoming profitable and easier for them. So does that make sense? If I was a military, yes, you can turbinize a DC-4, but it's 4 engines. It's just quicker and easier to use an Electra. But and then it's quicker and easier to get a brand new Herc from Lockheed than it is to modernize the Electra. Blah blah blah. The rabbit hole goes way down. What do you think about a DC-3 on floats at Buffalo? Thank you, Milker. Man, sorry, I can't say your name properly. I believe if you do the research, I can be wrong. And with aviation, everybody's always wrong because there's always two sides of every story. I think the usable payload on that DC-3 was around 650 pounds because you got to remember the floats aren't free. And any float plane, floats aren't free. It's not free weight. So you got to think of the floats as payload, and those massive floats on a DC-3 are pretty much the whole payload of the airplane. But let's check this out. Yeah, Ben was mentioning, yes, the North Star was a Canadian DC-4 that had the Merlin engines on it. In fact, we had a Merlin, a North Star nose that we donated to the Reynolds Museum. We traded for a DC-3, I believe. Sim Captain Mike. Hi, Mike. You hope you're doing well. My dad, Rob Murdoch, the jazz musician you spoke of, also says hi. Hello, Mike and Rob. I never got to use any of that jazz music, actually. There's I have to go look on that. YouTube actually has a pretty big library that I just drag and drop the music. So that's another question. People always ask me where I get the music from, and it's really YouTube. YouTube has a really good library of music because there's a huge problem with YouTube about using content. So this kind of stems me on where people send me YouTube links and says, hey, why don't you put this on the show? I really can't because it's copyrighted material, and you can get away with little bits. You could little bits, and actually, YouTube is far superior to, say, the Ice Pilots, where all logos and stuff, like we couldn't have this Iron Maiden logo here, or even Bart Simpson or anything like that. It's like television is really hardcore when it comes to that. YouTube is really hardcore when it comes to music, and so even the Buffalo Airways song. So the first 2 episodes I made, the Buffalo Airways theme song, both episodes got copyright strikes because of that music. I had to reach out to the McCrackens and say, hey, dude, can I use the Buffalo Airways song? And they actually had to go into YouTube and fix that. So even the Buffalo Airways song. So what happens for people who don't know with YouTube, if any content on your episode is copyrighted, you're not allowed to make money off of it. So it demonetizes it. So on average, each video makes about about $100 to $150 on ads every as it is right now. And this is only 1 month. Over the course of a year, you never know. A video can make $300-400 in ads, depending on if everybody watches them and all that stuff, all that fun stuff. So if I needed to use a Jay-Z song, it could cost me $300 or even more. So yeah, woohoo, Spiffy, finally, woohoo. I finally managed to catch a live stream. Keep up the good work, Mikey. All the best from the UK. Thank you, Spiffy, the seal. That's very awesome. Tonight we fly 3 pounds and 33 cents. Thank you. Thank you, Mikey. I'm loving PlaneSavers. That is so awesome. Thank you. Tonight we fly. Very cool. Ooh. Yeah, if you guys can hit that like button, that'd be very cool as I take a sip of Coke that I'm not sponsored by. But if Coke's watching, sure we know. Ron started. Mikey, will you put a live real-time web service on Foxtrot Zebra when she flies on D-Day? I would love to. I'm going to have to do some more research because I know that you can. I know at Oshkosh there were live streaming GoPros, and I know the GoPro 7, here it's all tethered here, but the GoPro 7, you can live stream directly from it. So I would love to. But we're going to have to we're going to have to do some work. Layman 491, 1 million views on YouTube is about $2,000 USD ad revenue. It's the ads are a little bit different than that. Every location you have gives you a different amount, and they call it CPM, clicks per mile, I guess is what it means, like liters per mile or fuel burn per miles per hour or whatever. So, for example, the US is I get like $11 for every 1,000 views, and then it goes down to like I think I'll just some random place, say like Bangladesh will say I get 50 cents for every 1,000 views. So there's a huge gap to guess how much you're going to make, because right now every view I get in the United States, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand is the primo one. That's the best because advertisers want to. It's complicated. Sorry, guys, it makes sense. So there's no clear formulas. Everything comes down to where the people are watching, basically, and how many people are watching. Justin Wong, thank you, Justin Wong. Is there Smith? I can help out with Amazon wish list. I got everything, folks. Thank you, everybody from the Amazon wish list. I got the best part is the markers. I love Sharpies, my pencils, glue sticks, Velcro. I use Velcro quite a bit on stuff here, and so everything on the Amazon wish list, including the GoPros and headphones and mics and this whole stand and everything. So thank you, Justin. Nothing right now, but thank you for the donation. Darren, holy crap. Darren, thank you. Darren, a few bucks from one PlaneSaver to another, planning on being in Quebec for June. What airport is DT at? Well, thanks, Darren. That's very, very nice of you. Right now we're going to be at the Saint Hubert Airport. In fact, Benoit and I are going to have a chat after the live stream talking about this, but definitely June 6th in Quebec, Montreal area for sure. So if you guys are planning down, Quads in the Mud, our boy. I stopped by Miss Montana President's Day, but nobody was home. I'll get back and do an on-site report for you. Thank you. Oh man, that was one of my favorite segments. Mr. Quads in the Mud. That was one of my favorite segments. Thank you very much. I got my Miss Normandy t-shirt right here. Thank you for the donation. Butch G. Thanks, Butch G. $50. Thank you. Hey, Mikey, I love what you're doing and bring a piece of history back to life. Will you, in the future, have any special guests on your live chats? Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to have special guests on the live chat. The one really thing I like about PlaneSavers versus, say, Ice Pilots, which is something that we can correlate with, is that PlaneSavers, I could just do stuff. I can film stuff, I could edit it, I could put it on, and I don't have to worry. There's not a committee to talk about. A huge problem with PlaneSavers is that every episode took so many people. So it's like links in a chain. If one link wasn't there or didn't want to be filmed or anything, the whole thing kind of could fall apart from a filming point of view. So that's why people are always like, oh, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Like, I don't really want to get too many other people involved, because then I don't want to rely on other people. You can get what I'm saying, is the less people that are involved from the YouTube point of view. Of course, we're going to need a lot of people for the airplane, but from the YouTube point of view, like this, I got to keep the team as small as possible, because I don't want to rely on people, too many people, because that's where stuff starts falling. So when companies and YouTube channels and everything grow and grow and grow, more people, more money, more problems, more people, more problems. Like, it's that kind of thing. Hopefully that makes any sense. So yes, I'll bring live chats in, but I can't really schedule anything right now. But yeah, hopefully you guys are liking everything. Yeah, Flight Chops is in the chat there. He says it is so liberating to self-publish directly to an audience, and that is very, very true. And Flight Chops has the experience on the dark side, or the light side of television, and it's just so nice to talk to you guys directly and don't have to rely on other people. Leo, I reckon Mr. Rod could use a fidget spinner. You know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go here. Let me open up my thing. I'm gonna put a fidget spinner on my Amazon wish list here. I don't even know how much they're gonna be. Okay, fidget spinner. Sorry, you guys can't. I don't even know how to. I gotta spin the spinner. Oh, that's a pretty fancy one, actually. Sorry, guys, you can't see my screen right now, but I'll put a fidget spinner on here, and then you guys can, if someone can buy Rod a fidget spinner, you'll be on my Amazon wish list. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. I'm going to throw it on my add to wish list. So there we go. So I got one fidget spinner on my wish list. Sorry guys for that little thing, but Glenn, $50. Hi Mikey. This is in the memory of Arnie and Kelly. I know they would like the PlaneSavers episodes. Keep up the work. Thank you, Glenn. You don't need to do that, Glenn. Thank you though for the donation. You've been a huge supporter. You bought the chair. You got me books, everything, Glenn. Thank you very much, and thank you to the memory of Arnie and Kelly. Yes, Kelly would have really loved this. She would have really loved PlaneSavers. Arnie would have got a kick out of it too. Cliff, geez, simple life, 50 Australian. Hoping my PlaneSaver hat arrives before Flying the Aviation Air Show. I hope I can catch up with the other PlaneSaver fans over the weekend. Still loving the show. I sure hope you're loving the show, Cliff. Thank you very much. Again, Cliff, you've been amazing the whole time. Thank you very much. Whew, okay. Michael Stern, has Kermit Weeks touched base with you? No, I haven't actually talked to Kermit Weeks before. Everyone I know knows Kermit Weeks. As you know, aviation's pretty small, but I haven't talked to him, so I think we'd make a pretty good team. His name is Kermit, and I sound like Kermit the Frog, so I think we'd be a match made in heaven. I have a huge amount of respect for all he does, and one in a billion, folks. He's one in a billion, just like Chuck. Devin, would you ever ask to get your dad on the live stream? Yeah, definitely. I would definitely, if he was here. I would definitely do it. Barney 50, haven't watched TV in years. How's your dad doing? Well, he's pretty much on every other episode. He's doing fine. Still flying, doing crazy stuff. what he put close to 60 hours on the N3N this summer, giving rides to everybody. Didn't take a dime. He's done, I would say, close to 150 rides on the N3N, and he hasn't took a dime. Some people have hid money, and we found it later, or some people slipped me $50, and he always gave it back to the dock crew and bought pizzas and everything. So he got 150 rides, hasn't took a dime. In fact, it's such an inspiration. Ashi one, gotta run, Mikey. Thanks for keeping it real. Look forward to tomorrow's episode. Take care, my friend. Thank you for watching us. Whew, you're probably already gone. Quads in the mud. I want a hat, but I don't want to pay shipping, so I might drive up there and get one. How's the roads for my Mustang? The last 80 kilometers to Yellowknife is crazy bad. It's kind of crazy up here, but it is good. Yeah, in the summertime, I would not recommend coming in the winter with a Mustang, but my Mustang's on the road all the time. Steely J, what is the DTT team working on right now? Funny thing is everybody is working on the Electra right now. We have an Electra in what's called a C check, which is the heaviest check that we have for the Electra because we don't do a D check, we do a thing. So right now, every mechanic is working on the Electra, which is because DTT is of course not a priority right now. So yeah, that's how it's going right now. So hopefully everything's going good. That's why I got to talk to Benoit after the show and make some plans. Joshua Bordash, thank you, Josh. Hi, Mikey. Any chance you could make it at the Thunder over Michigan Air Show this year? There's a lot of Edward just bought the fidget spinner. Thank you, Edward. I'll bring that to Rod when it comes in. Usually that Amazon stuff is super, super quick. So any chance I'll make it to Thunder Down Under or Thunder over Michigan? Probably not. I would love to make every air show, but right now the only air show that we are focused on is Oshkosh. And so hopefully let me know in the comments who's going to Oshkosh. It'll be very good. Scott, how many mechanics are employed at Buffalo? That's a good question because there's a lot of contractors, specialized contractors that come and go. I'd say 17, 18 mechanics normally. AirMac 331, how can I donate? There's many ways to donate. There's a lot of stuff, everything you can read in the description of the videos. But really, just watching the videos is fine. We got some guys. We got Young Aviation Gamer Guy, Bob Martin. They're all going to Oshkosh, or Gamer Guy lives by Oshkosh. Sebastian says him and Chris will be at Oshkosh. Well, I'll hopefully see you guys all there. I'm almost out of water, which means the show's almost done. Or moonshine, I guess. Very, very, very moonshine light. Are you going to be flying by Moose Jaw on the way to Oshkosh? Michael, no, probably not. I think it's going to be St. Hubert, somewhere in Ontario, Oshkosh, Winnipeg, Yellowknife is kind of where we're going to go. RoboCop. Oh, hey, RoboCop. Have you seen the Hamilton's Warplanes Heritage Museum DC3 new paint job? Yeah, it was very nice. Very, very nice. The Hamilton Warplane Heritage Museum has always been a huge friends with, and I've helped with 2 of the air shows. I was their gate guard. I was actually out there physically collecting tickets in the morning. It was fun. Very good. Alex, can you do a video about the Star of Switzerland, the last Lockheed super constellation, which is allowed to transport passengers? They need 17 million euros to save it. Yeah, I heard my girlfriend Stella there is really in tune with all European aviation, And anytime any European warbird has any issue, she tells me right away. And I hear that, I even hear there's a DC-3 in Germany that's got grounded because of money. Okay. Dale, I remember the Avro car at Oshkosh built by the Moulton family. What is that? The Avro car, that wasn't that flying saucer thing, was it? I must be mixing stuff up. Kenny, thank you. Kenny's got to head out. See you guys around. Thank you, Kenny. I think the show is just about done. I want to thank everybody that was on the first stream that moved over. Whew, this is very crazy. Steve, I got a lot of questions about the numbers update. I will do a numbers update. It's got exponentially more difficult to calculate the numbers. As you can imagine, if you watch my old numbers updates, it was like YouTube ad revenue, and then like ad the t-shirt sales and stuff. But now it's crazy. The major thing right now is t-shirt sales because I can get rough numbers. So I'll promise I'll do a numbers episode pretty quick. In fact, I got a lot of hate mail for doing numbers episodes. A lot of people didn't like that. But anyway, but I promise. I'll write down a whole bunch of numbers and I'll show you guys what's going on. There's been a lot of really behind the scenes donations that people have been helping out with that are really, really good. So I think a lot of people want to remain anonymous, which is something, if I donated that much money to a project, I would want everybody to know. But I'm shameless. So I want to thank everybody who is asked to remain anonymous, which is very, very kind to you. Oh yeah, Michael, I love the ride you took with him in the N3N. Yeah, that was fun. I did a live stream. That's a good idea. I did a Facebook Live with the N3N. What do you guys think? Maybe do you guys think maybe I should do a Facebook only PlaneSavers episode? Let's try and experiment that. Like we got 54 here, so like maybe episode 60 something. I just post on Facebook. I was thinking about doing that, but Young Aviation says no. Edward says that's cool. Thank you for the great episodes. Michael says no. Edwin says no. Joel says no. Spiffy says no. Alex says yes. Ken says no. Steve says no. Dale says no. Fridge says no. Oh, Steve says no. Aviation Safety says no. That's a lot of no's, man. Look at all those no's. Okay, I definitely won't do that, folks. That you guys are definitely spoken. Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, guys. I love FBI sucks. I love you guys' reactions. That's great. Thank you. Josh Case's Instagram. So awesome. Thank you. You guys, I think that's it, folks. I'm almost done the water. I got one little sip left. Could you freestyle and I'll sub sound good? What's that? I don't know what that means. Okay. Thank you, Roger. Roger, did you get the fidget spinner? Thank you. I don't know if I mentioned that. I read some. I think, Roger, did you buy the fidget spinner? I don't know if I mentioned it. There's so much stuff going on. Alex Green from Linz, Austria. I've been to Linz. That's where we got the Electras from Amber Air. Linz is very cool. I really liked it. That's the first time Linz, Austria is the first time I've ever seen a supercar on the road. And that was about 2005. And I was just like, long story. My first time on the Autobahn, actually driving from Germany to Linz at 180 kilometers an hour in a Citroen van, which was very fun. Okay, Okay, folks, that's it. Thank you, everybody. If you don't mind smashing that like button, that helps out so much. Yeah, we'll be seeing you very soon. Thank you to the 459 people. That'd be 460 people. Some people are just joining us. To the people just joining us, I'm just saying goodbye. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Sorry about the internet failing and this being the second episode. You guys are the hardcores. Okay, folks, we'll be seeing you very soon. The last sip is done. Okay, folks, we'll be seeing you tomorrow. Tomorrow's episode will be about, I don't know. We'll see. It's always fun to make episodes for you guys, and we'll see you guys. Gamer Guy, bye. David's still saying no Facebook. Bye, Mikey. Say hi to your dad from Ron. Chuck from Leo. Thanks, Leo. Edward, bye. V. Visalo, bye. And we'll be seeing you guys. Adel Sampson, Gary Long, Johnny Burr, Stilly G, Michael Boxer, Tuxer, man. Cheers. You're awesome, Mikey. Thanks, James. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody. And we'll be seeing. Oh, who's coming in here right now? Hello. Oh, I thought somebody was coming. We might have had it for a special guest. Hello? Okay, folks, I'm going to end it there. You guys have a great night.